This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Finishes up with the company in 95 by putting over Shawn Michaels at a house show in late July, and he's out of here again. And the rumor and innuendo at the time was, hey, he's going to become a road agent. But that's not what happens. He comes back to WCW, and he's actually a part of the very first Nitro, where he's introduced as VK Wall Street. And this is a rib as they're going back and forth in this era. VK, of course, is Vincent Kennedy. So this is their way of sort of poking fun at Vince on the WCW side of things. He's in and out of the NWO during his time in WCW, and he starts to work mainly for New Japan Pro Wrestling. He returns to WCW in 99, again as part of the Varsity Club, but he leaves WCW in 2000 and goes to All Japan, and he's there until 03. But in 06, he's rehired by the company as a road agent. Did you reach out to Mike? Were you involved in his coming back here to be a behind-the-scenes player for the company?
I did not. He had made contact with Vince, I think, or maybe Patterson. And they came to me. We think about, he's great. I love Mike.
Yeah.
So Mike was detailed, and again, Conrad, we'll go back to the same old horse, saddle it right back up, reliability.
Yes, sir.
And kids out there in podcast land, being reliable is about the best thing you can put on your resume. And so he came back and he looked the part. He always wore a shirt and tie or a suit or a sport coat, and he's conscientious. He was what you would need in an agent. Was he the most creative guy to come up with all this cool shit that Patterson would do, or some of those cats, Michael Hayes? Not really. But you didn't assign those matches that required that skill set for those two individuals that are booked. So I thought he did a very nice job as a road agent. And again, you never had to worry about Mike being there and doing his work and doing it well.
Let's mention he would do odd appearances here and there on TV, but he's mostly working in a backstage capacity, and he was a WWE loyalist, man. I mean, making every town. And by the way, I don't know that me and you talk about this enough. Being a producer for WWE pre-pandemic, where you're on all the house shows and the TVs and the pay-per-views and international. I mean, if there's matches happening, you're there. That has got to be one of the toughest, most grueling jobs in the entire business. Would you agree with that?
It was. And I got to respect those guys that did that. But here's their situation, Conrad. Think about this. For many of them that had wrestling careers, they realized that this producer, agent, coach, whatever the term you want to use to fill those roles, because the roles are all the same. The job description is all the same. They're given different names to support different egos and different philosophies, but they all do the same stuff. Mike was really good at that. The boys respected him and liked him. But back to my point, he knew what else is there left. And a lot of those guys are that way. And so Mike put his heart and soul in becoming a good agent. So anyway, I think he's I thought he was a great representative of the company. And I was very surprised when he got furloughed or let go, or whatever the hell the political correct term is there. Always good to see Mike at TV, though, Conrad. That's where I saw him more often than not.
Could be wrong, but I think he's back. We do know he was furloughed in April of 2020.
Oh, is he?
Released in September. I think he was back this past January, but we'll
I
find
didn't know that.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.